Welcome to Fire-Breathing Kittens, a standalone Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition podcast. Welcome! You've chose the right episode to start because you can listen to these episodes in any order you want. Today, we are joined by Simmond.
Hi guys, I'm a level 10 druid, Circle of the Forest, and I'm wearing hide armor, I have a staff, and I am now surrounded by an army of awakened trees. They are little miniature willow trees so that they can walk around inside buildings and stuff.
Army being how many, roughly?
4 for now, but there's gonna keep coming more.
Very dope. Stella.
Hello, everyone. So Stella is a level 10 sorcerer, draconic bloodline. She looks like a white and silver tiefling with white hair, silver horns, and tail, and now a pair of silver wings with white hair that's like thick with bangs and blue eyes. Very light skin, but she's actually half elf and half silver dragon. She's currently wearing a snazzy outfit with that is like a golden long-sleeved crop top, golden miniskirt, golden fishnets, and golden shoes, and a very fancy-looking blue cape.
Stunning. Balpetor.
And I'm Balpetor Windrest, a level 10 Oath of Glory paladin. I wear scale mail that I bought on discount, and I have a silver wolf coat on my back that I got from self-defense. And I have blue icy cold eyes from my dad's side and tan skin from my mom's. Oh, and brown short hair. And I'm ready to go on an adventure to find glory.
And glory we will find. Today is a fun day in Nicomoy. Just last year, the Fire-Breathing Kittens themselves founded a new festival, Color Day, in which the people of the city throw sachets of powdered dyes and paints, adorning themselves in different colors to celebrate the vibrancy of life here in Nicomoy. This year, the Fire-Breathing Kittens were officially put in charge of the festivities, so things have been busy around the guild hall. They've relied on the other adventuring guilds to help them out with some of their requests as they prepare for Color Day. Though we currently join them, not during Color Day, but Color Night. The festivities of daytime are done, and now the nighttime festival starts. And since the kittens managed to pull the daytime period off without a hitch, you have time to go on patrol, which is little more than an excuse to go walk around and enjoy the festival that you yourselves have worked so hard to put on. Where would you like to begin? Leaving the guild hall or already on patrol?
What are the options or main attractions during this time?
Well, you would know that during the day, it's a lot of throwing paint and parades in the street and things like that. Children are running around with water balloons, staining everything. Of course, it's magically treated paint, so it doesn't all just turn brown after a while. The colors stay distinct and separate. But there is different districts of the town have been renamed for the purposes of Color Day to denote the different colors. There's monochromia, which is a portion of town that is all painted entire blocks one solid color. The people also dress all in one color, so it's very visually striking walking down the street and seeing just, palette dots of different colors. The port has been turned into tie-dye bay, where the waters have been dyed to various colors and blend to create very interesting swirling pools. There's many food stalls and, boardwalk games, shooting galleries, throwing darts at balloons, things like that. Pastel Town for the children. A safe place for the younger kids to go around and not be pelted by adults throwing packets of paint at each other. It's a little more quiet and largely for families and kids. And then there's also the noir, in which everything is striking black, white, and gray. So when you walk through being all in color, it's a bit Like that one movie I can't remember, where everything's in black and white and then it turns in color. Listeners know.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
It's not,
Are we not saying it for copyright reasons?
no,
or
I can't remember.
Wizard of Oz?
No, not Wizard of Oz.
Oh, that works too.
It was the modern one where it was in like the 50s. I don't know. I'll look it up later. Anyway,
We'll let
it's
it go
like
that
that
that's
movie.
modern.
Yeah. Yeah, those are the main attractions. You also know there's small carnival rides and things like that scattered about, but it's mostly food, drinks, and running around blasting each other with paint.
Okay, actually, I changed my cloak color from blue to white with lots of colors on it because I made my, knowing that was going to happen, I made my cloak white, and now it just has a bunch of paint splotches on it. But my clothes underneath are still golden because it's a nice color palette. Well, I guess it would make sense if were all just like hanging out in the guild hall and then just leaving it.
Okay.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I could see Stella being there.
Perfect. So you guys have, changed out of sort of your regular adventure daytime, if you would like to, and you're, putting on some stuff to actually enjoy the party in. Yeah, so I'm just going to roll for which district you patrol first. Tie-Dye Bay. That's where you have to walk out to, and basically, they're like, oh, you have to go make, help the guards out there. But, just walking around. Is there, can I get perception checks from all of you, just as you're walking around? And you see the sun is setting while you roll, just hold your numbers. The sun is setting, people are starting to come out in like fresh clothes so they can get, painted again. But you see it's like a lot more adults on the street. There's many stalls, with big kegs of, green beer, blue vodka, just people are drinking all in, clear containers, just solid mixes of colors swirling together in various viscosities like Thai tea. There are sort of fairy lights just floating through the streets, between the banners erected from one side of the street to the other. And, especially right now, there's a quiet beauty to it. As seeing your town, just like, wow, people really went wild here. And, still are, as they are not stumbling yet, out of their houses. So what were those numbers?
10.
Well, I rolled an 8, but I have a passive perception of 14.
Beautiful.
Now I rolled a 13, but I have an item called Eyes of Eagle, and if I get an advantage on rolls if perception based on eyes, and I rolled an 18 if it involves eyes.
This is definitely involving your
Looking,
eyes.
so. Yes. Okay, I got 18.
Yeah. And I rolled a whopping 10, and I believe my passive is 15. So, yeah, great roll for me.
Cool. So, Stella and Simmond, you guys both are, notice, like, things are pretty peaceful. People are getting excited, but, like, doesn't seem to be any trouble or anything like that. As you get closer to Tie-Dye Bay, you notice, like, all of these food stalls, but also along, like, the walls of the street on the buildings, there's occasionally this, it's very striking because it's gold and silver, which is not a paint color that a lot of people use. So it sticks out against, like, the basic, primary sort of colors. But you see it maybe, like, 1 every 2 blocks, and there appears to be stuff ripped from. Balpetor, you see, it seems like, with your eyes, especially the eagle eyes, you do the hawk vision where you can read it from afar.
Oh, nice.
Enjoy today. Enjoy the festivities. Enjoy life. And then you see next to it are a few statements with empty boxes, almost like if you were to check them off. Drink deep from life's cup. Dance so everyone's watching. Foster flowers of community and prune wallflowers. enjoy all the nourishment that this realm's bounty has to give. You just see this weird poster.
Where is it at again? Just like on a wall from a distance?
Yeah, like normally like where people will post up like bills for like upcoming plays or a new restaurant opening. Someone has, glued this flyer. Like lightly, it looks like you could tear it away easily, but to the wall.
Well, I'll repeat whatever it said to Simmond and Stella. Guys, I see this really interesting saying.
Korean wallflowers, they said?
Yeah.
That's kind of like wallflower-ist. Oh, by the way, what's your guys' favorite colors?
Blue.
Icy cold blue.
Ooh, well, that's nice. And then Stella's going to like use shape water to like make a little blue icicle, the same color as Balpetor's eyes, just like this.
Ooh, nice. How about I have a decanter of endless water. I can gush out 1 gallon of water in the sky, and then maybe we can make snow. Yeah. Can you do that? Okay, boom. 1 gallon of water up high in the sky. Hit it, Stella.
And I ooh, what should I do? I'm going to like cast Ray of Frost a bunch of times, like I'm just gonna like cast like shape water and Ray of Frost, like combination of those to like cool the water and then to like shape it into snow, and then it's just gonna be like little sparkling blue stuff.
Yeah,
You can also freeze it within shape water.
Nice.
It just takes 2 castings of the cantrip.
Oh.
You use 1 to shape it into the snowflakes and another to freeze it.
Okay, then I'll do that then.
How do you know that?
Shape water is actually incredibly powerful. You can use it like if you have time to cast multiple times, you can do just about anything with it.
Oh, jeez.
I used it very heavily for my Triton Bard last season.
It's a cool
I
spell.
remember that it was very creative. So, yeah, as you were, when Balpetor is like, "Oh, can you make it snow?" You're like, yeah, I could do that." And you guys are walking along with just this snow trailing over you, and people are like, "Whoa, that's a look." You're getting some looks. Cool.
I'm used to it. So I just kind of like flip my hair and just continue.
And with that, you arrive at Tie-Dye Bay. There's a couple attractions here. There are large water cannons that allow you to spray different colors into the bay or at people. Many food stalls, as well as like people doing small acts, and as I said before, carnival game. All of which, varying degrees of small prizes.
I am very competitive, and I love games. So that's what I would lean to. But I'm just kind of eyeing Simmond and Stella like, yeah, you guys want to go there?
That sounds like fun. How about you, Simmond?
You're like a little kid.
Yeah, I'm down for that.
Yay!
Alrighty. So, are you doing the shooting gallery? Okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
Would anyone else like to play with Balpetor, or are you going it alone against 3 random strangers?
I'd play Balpetor.
I'll sit back and watch this one.
Cool.
Oh, come on, Simmond! Come on!
Shooting isn't Simmons' style.
Okay.
Cool. So,
Finger guns.
Balpetor and Stella take, seats on small stools. There's little rudimentary pellet guns that are like affixed so they can only point forward. But, they has like a chain enough to like be able to angle it. And then 2 strangers sit down. One of them is a human lady and a old dwarven man. So you're going to make a ranged attack. So that's going to be your dex proficiency. And simple highest wins.
Well, it's gonna be a 13 for me.
19.
Ooh. Balpetor, you do win. You see, the human lady is right hot behind you with the 17.
Oh no.
So as you, boom, claim your victory and knock out the last little, target, a little scatter of glitter comes down from the top, and you win. So would you like the oversized cowboy hat or the giant raccoon?
I want the giant raccoon.
Cool. So you get an easily like halfling-sized raccoon that is wearing a mask like over its raccoon face, so it looks like a little bandit, and it's very soft and nice.
Nice. I'm only like 4'9", so it probably like towers right on top of me.
And it's probably like it's probably like half of my height because I'm 6 feet tall. Oh, speaking of halflings, by the way, I've actually got a halfling friend with me, Lenny. DM, would you like to describe this NPC, or should I describe him?
Go ahead and do the honors.
Okay, so with me I have Lenny Brandybook. He is a halfling with has like brown hair, pot belly. He's like average height for a halfling, which is 3'1", and he has like hazel eyes. And he's usually like trailing behind Stella, and sometimes like hands her a drink every now and then, and she's just like, "Nice, Lenny, can't wait to try this one." And then she tries it and like either spits it out because gross, or it's just like, "Oh, it's not bad," or it's just like, "This is the best drink ever. You guys want some?" So yeah.
Cool. So Lenny is just running to different stalls and coming back and just like, corn dog miss. Like, you know.
And I just like toss him like a gold piece every now and then. Just like, here, man, do whatever you want. Enjoy yourself. This is a carnival. Just make sure you're within my sight, okay?
Absolutely, miss. Got your back.
Great. That's my Lenny.
Go ahead.
Quick question. Is the giant raccoon alive, or is it a stuffed raccoon?
If you win 2 more times, it will be a, like, "Oh, I'm a cuddly raccoon."
What? Oh, that's tempting. I don't know.
Well, I mean, it's a simple question, Balpetor. Would you like to goof off and stop patrolling and potentially win a cool talking raccoon? Not talking, but actually, maybe I'll talk. We'll roll for it.
Oh, yes,
Okay.
please. All right, I'm gonna go again. Oh, if that's all right with everybody, I look at Simmond and
Go for it.
Yeah, go for it. I'll play again just because I like shooting. It's fun.
Cool. So you see a small crowd starts to form as the human woman is like, doesn't even get up, and it was like, "Oh, we're going again."
you're on.
Cool. You know the drill, guys. Oh, and a new person sits down. Oof.
All right, I got a 12 this time.
I also got a 12. Yeah. Oh wait, is it a +4 proficiency? Yeah, it's +4. Yeah. 12 as well.
Cool. So the person at the far end, this new one who came and sat down, will say it's a devilkin in their late teens. Sits down and just absolutely wallops with an 18.
Ooh, looks like we got a sharpshooter here.
Yeah, you see people are kind of starting to come up as well. The human lady, again, does not stand up and is like, "Okay, this is ridiculous. I'm much better at this normally." Would you guys like to keep playing?
Is there like a way I can give Balpetor the health action?
I will allow it if you can describe to me how you can help Balpetor without visually cheating.
Okay, without visually cheating.
Like, it's hard to be able to, you can't just shoot his targets.
Exactly. Well, but so
I'm carrying
is
this
it like
oversized
everyone-
raccoon.
Is everyone like shooting at the same time, or is it like staggered kind of shooting?
Yes, it's that style where there is a conveyor belt where the targets are with like 3 rows. So like one will get shot, go down for a while, pop back up, and then they have some sort of magic spell to keep track of who's hitting how many targets.
Okay. Does that new person keep on playing?
Yeah. You can see like they want that talking raccoon.
I'm going to like fake a misfire and pretend that I like and then hit someone else's target by accident. So is that deception? Should I do a deception check?
Well, no, because technically you're just trying to give the help action.
Yeah.
So if you can describe it, like, I'll allow it. Because you really are just kind of bumping the person next to you.
Okay. Yeah,
So
I
you
guess
just-
I would like I would sneeze. I would just be like, "Oh god, I have to sneeze." Some of that glitter just went in my and then I would just sneeze and like I don't know, bump the next person and kind of like shoot their target by accident.
Perfect. So, Balpetor, roll with advantage, and then don't go you don't have to roll, Stella, because you're using your turn for.
Oh wow. So like my first roll was a 1, but since I got advantage, it was a 2. I also got startled.
Simmond will also lean over and whisper, "You can do it." He's gonna give you a plus 1d4.
Okay.
I don't know if it's gonna do much this turn, but
So 2 plus 2 is 4.
we can do that as much as we need to.
Okay. So you miraculously
4.
do come in second. Yeah, it was. I rolled a 3.
wow.
Stella didn't go, and then the other person rolled a 9. So like it was a pretty lame game. And people are having a big laugh, and you see Lenny's like standing next to you. He has one of those silver and gold flyers, and goes, "Whoa!" And he flips it around and shows you, Stella, that a little check mark has appeared to dance so everyone's watching. And you kind of look around at this crowd of people watching Balpetor, and everybody sort of like sneeze and fumble and like mess up at this shooting gallery game.
Okay. I'm gonna do something else next. In front of my thing, I'm gonna hey Balpetor, could you get me some water, bro? Like, could you toss me some water? I want to just make something real quick.
You want a gallon, or do you want me to go buy you one?
No, just a gallon's fine.
Okay. I grab my decanter of endless water. Here you go. I start pouring.
I'm going to I'm gonna cast shape water and make something a little raccoon appear. Well, more like a raccoon that's maybe a foot tall, and kind of throw it, and I'm gonna try to hit that as another distraction, but also just as entertainment.
Cool. So Balpetor, go one more time. If you can't clench a victory, I think it's gonna go to that newcomer on the far right.
All right, here we go.
Add 1d4, remember? Mm-hmm.
Oh yes, that's right. First roll was 14. Second was a 6. So 14 plus 3, 17.
You smoke it. All right.
Yes.
One more. Let's do quick. Let's see if you can get this raccoon. It's going to somebody.
All right. Dexterity paladin all the way.
I'm gonna invite Lenny to play. I'm just gonna say, hey Lenny, you wanna take a shot?
Oh yeah, sure. You'll sit down and go this round.
Yeah, and I'll play as well.
Do I still get advantage or no
Does Stella have a plan?
for the second one?
I mean, I was thinking that it's just it's gonna be just Lenny, me, Balpetor, and the other person. So it's kind of I'm knocking out one more person in the competition. That's kind of what I'm doing. But I'm
Cool.
I'm gonna just purposefully miss my target. Not miss it, but still just not really try.
Cool.
You know.
So what'd you get, Balpetor?
So I got with advantage I got 12. Without it I got 2.
Well, Stella
Again.
is still helping you. So you are.
Okay. Then I got a 12.
Yeah, you're good. Lenny rolled a 1, and the other person got a 6. So yeah, you see the beleaguered carnival worker behind the counter, who is just absolutely head to toe caked in paint. Touches a magic wand to it, and the guy goes, "Oh, I'm a little raccoon. I want to steal your trash."
Oh, okay. He's so adorable.
Cool. Yeah. So it has all of the stats of a stuffed animal. So, do not use it in combat.
Gonna high five Balpetor and say, "Hey, nicely done, Balpetor."
Thanks, Stella.
Can he use it to provide cover?
What? Yeah, as a one-time use item. Yes.
I'll call the raccoon Rocky.
Rocky.
Wonderful. Rocky, welcome to Fire Breathing Kittens. Cool. So, yeah, you got your raccoon. There's that bit of glowing paper. and you also have your patrols.
Simmond, you said that shooting wasn't really your style. Is there another kind of game you want to try?
Well, what else is there around here?
So you see some very similar carnival games, throwing darts at balloons, like tossing balls into cups, goldfish catching, things like that.
Do they have the big hammer on the pedestal game with the tower and the thing goes up and rings the bell?
Yes, they 100% do.
That one.
And they specifically have an even bigger one for like orcs and like larger races.
Okay.
So, which one would you like to go to?
I mean, I guess we'll do the big one. I guess I don't need the competitive edge, you know?
Cool. So you see there's a much bigger crowd around this one. There's a bunch of people, drinking different cocktails or juices, like chatting like, ooh, man, he's going to smash this one. And nobody's rung the bell yet. So it's going to be like a simple like strength check. So go ahead and just add your strength. And it's the number is relative to how high it goes. So if you break 20, you ring the bell.
Gotcha. Okay. What are the prizes?
For this one, there are more like merch type stuff. So you could win like a beer drink helmet or like a Nickamoy City jersey. There's t-shirts that were like, I went to hold on one second. I went to Color Fest and all I got was this t-shirt and covered in paint. Also stuff that looks like ornamental item, like weapons, like fancy replica axes and things like that. Nothing that could probably be too combat effective.
All right. Well, I rolled a 16 and then that's a +2, so 18.
Cool.
Oh, can I give myself guidance?
Yes, you can.
Yeah, I can. So 18 plus 4 is 22.
Boom. So you go up, knock it out of the park. You can pick any prize you want. The best one is probably the big squeaky hammer.
No, I'm still probably going to go with the beer drinking helmet.
Awesome. So you get a cool, it's like a functional replica, like, knight's helmet, but with two big beer holders on the side.
Perfect.
And it does have the little...
full of healing potions.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. It does have adjustable sides, so various size. It doesn't have to be a standard beer can sized thing.
Perfect.
You could big gulp it if you want.
Uh-huh.
What
about you, Balpetor? Do you want to try to ring the bell?
Oh, you bet. And my arms are kind of scrawny, but I go up anyway. Anyone laughing at me?
Not yet.
Simmond, before you do this, is just going to inspect the machine. Is there a little plastic pipe coming out the back end of it?
I do not know enough about carnival games to say.
There is.
I'm just gonna go with yes.
Yes, there is. All right. Yeah, Balpetor, go ahead. Go right ahead.
Absolutely. Let's see. I think I have a... Okay, I'm actually going to activate my channel divinity for this. I'm going to activate Peerless Athlete. I basically get advantage on strength checks, so athletics. Does that work?
Yeah, you're good.
Okay. And then I roll. Okay, first roll was a 7. Second, what's a 9? That's it. 9.
As Balpetor swings the hammer, Simmond just casually steps on that little plastic tube coming out the back.
And what would happen?
Well, you see, whenever the people running the carnival want to demonstrate a perfect score, they step on that little tube. It provides the pneumatic pressure inside the machine.
Then, yes, Balpetor, you swing with all your might. You're like, oh, I don't know if that's going to do. And then, whooping, the barker gives Simmond a little, like, knowing nod and goes, 2 bells in a row. We got a bunch of winners here.
I just shout to the crowd, 4 more glory. I'm like pointing at all the Goliaths there and giants or whatever, whoever's participating.
Yeah, anyone holding the paper sees like there's only a place for one check mark, but it like check marks again.
Oh.
Huh.
All right. So winning the games counts. What else was on this paper?
Drink deep from life's cup.
Yep.
Help community grow and prune wallflowers, and nourish yourself from all the bounty of the realm has to offer. I think I botched that last one, but you get the idea.
Okay. So I think we need to find something to drink, find something to eat, and give back in some way.
Yeah, I mean the first two sound simple enough. Yeah, there were some like colorful drinks here. I mean, I kind of feel. I wonder what happens if you drink all the colors of the rainbow. Can you get like they have a rainbow drink or something? Or if not, then it's just golden one is fine.
You see Lenny's like, I'm on it, miss. And it takes him like a minute or two, but he comes back with like a 2 foot tall, the long, skinny, like Las Vegas cups. That is a full rainbow gradient of different liquids and a very long straw that has like a little nozzle so you can drink from different levels.
Ooh, this looks cool. Do you guys want one?
Absolutely.
Sure.
Letty, I'll say with your passive perception, he's like, all right, on it, 2 more, and runs back to where he just came from.
Bunny's great. I mean, this is
is
better
there
than
any-
Casino Hell, so that's good.
Yeah, so everybody does drink alcohol, correct?
Oh,
Sure.
yeah.
Yes.
Cool.
You don't need to show her ID or anything, do you?
No, Lenny's buying them for you either way.
Okay.
So by the time you reach the Biv part of Roy G. Biv, you guys are inebriated. So we're just going to do a simple -1 to Dex, +1 to Charisma.
Hey, awesome.
I don't believe I'm affected.
Yes, I'll allow it. And
Yeah. Druids have that ability. We are immune to poisons and anything like that.
yeah, so you suffer no ill effects, but you still get a nice buzz going.
Okay, yes. And I think we need some drunk food now. What does this place have?
Yeah, once you're inebriated, you see a check mark, drink deep from life's cup.
Ooh.
I feel like we have funnel cakes here.
Oh, yeah, there's funnel cakes. There's also grilled rainbow corn, the kind where all the kernels are different colors. They have it with like in soy or butter or elote style, but these glistening rainbow corn. The local fishmongers and fishermen have put out all of these various fish, providing fresh sushi, like all of these beautiful, rich, vibrant colors of the fish meat. Different like rice dishes that they're serving kind of like in a cone, with like sticky rice of different flavors, of course colors, and various street meats with different, usually mayo based, but dyed, blue to green to yellowed sauces that you can, apply yourself at any of the various carts. And of course funnel
Sure.
cake.
I'm going to go for the colorful corn.
Do they have any like barbecue fish?
Oh, absolutely.
I take one. What does it smell like?
Like the rich bloom of the ocean without any of that like fishiness. Like the light scent of charcoal, and the like a thin glaze of like, is that like a cherry based sauce? But it tingles the nose.
I'll take a big giant bite off that and give the rest to Rocky.
Oh, I don't eat. I'm a raccoon. I'll steal your trash though. I love that trash.
I give him the shish kebab stick.
Oh. And you see he just waits for you to stop looking, and then he throws it in a trash can.
Good, Rocky.
I'm also gonna get the colorful rainbow corn, because like that's something that I don't see every day. Yeah.
Dope. So you guys eat. You get like kind of full. You're like drunky munchy, and you're like you're like, it didn't quite set it off, and you see your buzz is starting to fade a little bit.
Do they have any golden drinks? I'm gonna get a golden drink.
Yeah, there's a honeyed mead that is like a bright, glowing gold. Like, they had to use magic at some stage, but it's like drinking sunlight.
Definitely what I want to get then.
Wow.
I want to drink some sunlight.
Cool. So you get drunk and you're staring and there's just all this food around. Would anyone like to make perception checks, or are you guys just going to keep munching, or would you like to move on?
I'll make a perception check, sure.
Cool.
Yeah, me too.
I'll make one too, just for the hell of it. Do I get disadvantage or anything?
No.
Okay.
I don't believe so.
Oh. I got a nat 20, so that's a 25.
Nice.
Wow.
Or I'm using my passive perception, 14.
10.
Cool. So yeah, you guys don't see anything out of the ordinary. You do see like these grilled meatballs that you're like, ooh, those look pretty good. But yeah, you mostly just notice all of this like good food still out there that you haven't tried. Stella, you notice a very stressed out praying mantis person dressed in Eastern Orthodox priest robes with a small satchel in his arm, like rushing down the street.
I see. So Stella, who is very perceptive when drunk, apparently, she sees someone who is in need of some fun having, and she says, "Hey, yo, what's up? You look like you could use some fun. How's it hanging?"
Cool. Give me just a persuasion check.
Persuasion check, and I have a +1 to that because of drunkenness.
Yes.
Let me see. What's my persuasion? I believe it's a +9, 13, plus 10, 23.
Whoa.
Hi, Roland.
So he looks at you and comes up to you. Is your last name perhaps Argentine?
Yeah. What? Do you like know me or something? Have you seen one of my
No.
posters?
You look like your brother. I have the frog. Please
have the
get
what?
it. I have the frog. Get it to him. I have to go. They're after me. They could be here at any moment.
Frog?
And he hands you this satchel and then just attempts to dart away. You could intercept or make some sort of check, but he hands you the satchel and is attempting to leave.
I am going to, I mean, he seems like in a rush to leave, and you know when you're drunk and you're usually pretty slow, I'm just gonna look over my shoulder and see if I could find anyone chasing him. I'll let him leave for now.
All right, well, you are good at perception when you're drunk, so give me one more perception.
That's yet to be seen, because I rolled a 2 now, so that's a 7.
No, you're like, that bug was crazy.
It's like, what? Someone following? By this
No.
time, if I look back, can I still see him?
Like, faintly, but he's like a distance away, and there's throngs of people in the street, separating you and him, so it would be, like trying to chase someone down on a New York street.
Well, I'll just take this frog that he gave me, and I'll just try to hide it under my cape, essentially, because I have this long cloak. Wait, it's nighttime, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, then I'm not wearing it all over my body, but it's still I'm wearing it like a cape, kind of, it's just behind me. Yeah, but I still kind of throw it over one shoulder and carry the satchel and head back to the group.
Cool. So it's about a softball-sized blue frog with light white coloring to it. And it's looking at you with the big frog eyes. Ribbit.
Okay, I'm going to go back to the group, and I'm gonna ask them, "Hey, I just got handed I'm gonna actually lower my voice a bit, because who knows? I said there was someone after him, and I said, "Hey, I got this frog. You guys know what it is? Is it a special frog? Is it just a frog?" I'm gonna ask the rest of the
We
party.
can talk to it. So, let me see here. Yeah, I'm going to cast Speak with Animals.
Perfect. Go ahead and converse with the frog. You feel
Yo,
this.
frog.
Hello.
Who are you?
You can just call me Blue.
Do you know what we're supposed to do with you?
I have no idea.
Do you know why you were in that bag?
Well, I was in an inside place for a while in a cage, and then somebody came, and then I went with him, and then he jammed an egg in my mouth, and now I'm here.
What kind of egg?
I don't know.
Was it tasty?
I mean, I didn't like eat it. I just swallowed it.
Okay. Was it a real egg or was it like a metal egg?
Not. I could have eaten it, but his hand was in my mouth.
Huh. But you already swallowed the egg.
Yeah. It's in here.
Okay. Could you spit it up?
No, but you could reach in.
Okay. I'm gonna reach in.
Cool. So you put your arm into this frog's mouth, and it's reminiscent of a bag of holding, where you're like, oh, like my hand is reaching in farther than the frog is big. And then you feel like a sort of like, you know, like a larger than a normal egg, but smaller than an ostrich egg, sized egg, and you pull it out, and it appears to be painted almost like an Easter egg.
All right. So they shoved this in your mouth, and then somebody's put you in a bag, and they left the place.
Yeah, and I was in the dark until now. Well, before now, but you know which now I'm talking about.
Okay. And did you hear anything about, you know, any names or where you might be supposed to go?
No. Well, I heard a lot of yelling and like, no, stop. And then like, it felt like I started like getting jostled a lot.
Yeah, we're used to that. Okay. I communicate this all to my team and ask anything else you guys want to know?
Hey, Simmond, can you ask him if he saw someone who looks like me, but with wings and smaller horns? Like with big wings? I have small wings, but like wings that you can fly with.
I ask him.
No. Just the bug. Just the really big bug. I've never seen a bug that big. I wanted to eat him, but he was bigger than my mouth. And I can eat I can swallow a lot of stuff.
All right. Well, are you going to stay with us if we take you along?
What is your access to bugs?
Pretty good, actually. I have a vial of bugs. I
can do this. I'm amenable to this.
All right. Yeah. If you get hungry, let me know. I got some bugs for you.
I would like a bug.
Simmond pulls out a large, juicy centipede.
Yeah, Blue's just loving it.
All right. I put Blue up on my shoulder and say, Stella, shall we find your brother then?
Yeah. I mean, if he's here. I mean, it makes sense for him to be here. I thought he was working, but apparently not. I don't know.
Yeah. Do you guys recognize this egg at all?
I'm going to look at it.
I will allow nature or perception, and keep in mind what check you choose will dictate what information you receive.
Perception, because my nature is terrible.
I'm going to do a nature.
Not that my roll is much better for perception. I got a 10.
I'm going to do perception. I got a 10 too.
15 for nature.
Cool egg for Balpetor and Stella. It's very elaborate, and you can tell you with the 10 perception, like, this is natural. Like, this isn't painted on the egg. Simmond, on the other hand, this is unnatural. You don't know what it is, but it's not from this realm.
Okay, so an organic egg, not painted, it's naturally colored, but not natural to our realm. So this is probably some kind of mythical creature egg.
Yes, you've discovered some sort of mythical creature Easter egg, as it were.
What color is it again?
It looks like it's like a soft blue, like a Balpetor eyes blue, but with other sort of pastel yellows and pinks and indigos on it, and sort of like I called it an Easter egg because there are like layers to it and almost like patterns, but the patterns do seem organic, you know, not like reproduced.
Okay. Well, I mean, the mantis guy wanted this to go to my brother, so I guess let's try to find my brother. Maybe he knows what this is.
Okay.
Great idea. But before we go, can I taste the egg? Just like lick the shell? Maybe I might figure something out.
I mean, yes, of course you're allowed to lick the egg. Let's get an insight check.
I hold it up.
6.
Why am I licking this egg? As your tongue touches the egg, you're like, this was a silly thing to do. No greater info is gained, but it doesn't taste paint or metallic, so the other stuff is confirmed. Like, this is an organic egg. And I guess tastes slightly better than licking a regular egg.
So it's not fresh.
Yeah. Oh, yes. No, it is not gooey. This is a, like, aside from having come out of the frog, it's remarkably, like, not gooey. But it does seem, like, old, like, almost a little dry. I see what you're going for now.
Okay.
And I'm like, okay.
Let's go.
Cool. Do you guys want to grab any more food before you leave? You're full, but you're not quite stuffed.
Yeah, I'm focused.
I'm more curious about the egg now.
Yeah, me too. As focused as a drunk person can be.
Although, what time of day is it?
It's about, I will say sunset was at 6, so it's about 7:30.
All right, so it's the sun's going down. What kind of temperature are we having right now?
You guys are near the bay, so there's a cool breeze coming in, but it is a warm night. You think, like, I should be fine till about 11 or 12, and then maybe I'd want a coat. But here it's a little cooler because of the breeze.
Gotcha. Is there some kind of, like, central area that, like, people would typically gather?
Monochromia, like that area, is built closer towards the city center, where it's easier for, like, more people to be in a central location. So they've erected, like, small stages, and there's just more, like, stuff going on there.
Anything right here, though? Like,
Oh,
like,
in
I'm
this
looking for,
area.
like, a circle of rocks or something.
Let's
Somewhere where
see.
someone might light a fire and maybe dance in circles around the festival.
Yeah, we'll say out on the beach, there are definitely fire pits.
Ah, perfect. I'm going to approach a fire pit and cast Create Bonfire to create a magical bonfire that will last through the night. And I'm going to look around for anyone who seems to not be enjoying themselves.
Okay, I'm just going to roll a luck check. I'll take a 4 on a d4. That's pretty good. So
Okay.
you do see one girl is sad girl crying on a beach in a party dress.
Yeah. I'm going to approach her and say, "Hey, little girl, what's wrong?"
I don't really want to talk to a man right now.
Oh, yo, Stella.
Huh? She kind of like looks. She kind of like looks around and says, "Oh yeah, that was me like 40 years ago or last night."
So you know how it is, right? Like, I wore the dress he wanted. I picked him up. I paid for dinner. But then, like,
God.
somebody throws paint on him, and, like, then I'm chopped liver, and he's like, "Oh, what's up?" And so I got out of there. I'm just, like, not feeling it,
Oh my God, what a dirtbag. Like, girl, I feel you. You need a drink. And I'm going to say, "Hey Lenny, can you get us one of those rainbow drinks?"
Yep. Third time. Before I leave, does anyone else want one?
Water.
Okay, rainbow drink and a water.
Oh, wait. Yeah.
Cool. So he runs off. He'll come back with a couple rainbow drinks and a small water skin of water. He tosses to Balpetor. She is going way too hard at it immediately. is through Roy in a few minutes.
Yeah. And I'll wait for her to like finish sipping, and I'm gonna say, "So like, who's this guy? What does he look like? Let's get him back. Let's like give him a taste of his own medicine. Here, let me clean you up a bit." And I'm gonna cast Prestidigitation, and use also Prestidigitation. Like, it has that property where you can color something for an hour. Like, I'm gonna color 3 feet of her clothing using Prestidigitation, make them a bit brighter, bit nicer.
Cool. She's stoked, and she looks at Simmond and goes like, "I'm sorry. I'm just, like, in a mood. That was rude of me. Like, if you're friends with this nice lady, my name's Megan."
Megan.
Oh, hey, Megan.
Nice to meet you. I'm
Well-
Stella, and this is Simmond. And that's Balpetor.
And we went ahead and made a fire. We're going to maybe get a little dance going on if you're interested.
I love dancing.
Yeah. Simmons starts dancing around the fire. Somebody knows how to play an instrument around here, I'm sure.
Oh, I'm actually proficient in playing a flute.
Oh, yeah, go for it. Drop me a beat.
So, all right. I make a flute with my hands and I start playing.
Give me a performance.
I can't, but Okay. Ooh. Natural 20
it
plus
is
5.
smoking for like the third time now. You get a check mark on dance so everyone's watching as like a crowd starts forming, and then click the one about pruning wallflowers as Megan is like immediately talking to some like nice people and like she's telling the story again to them and they're like, oh my god, what a dirtbag. And she's like, that's what Stella said.
2 for 1 score.
All right, well, mission successful. I'm also gonna dance like everyone's watching.
Cool. So yeah, you guys can burn as long as you like here, just like having fun, partying down.
I probably forgot all about the frog and about my brother.
I did not.
Dad is still here.
I'm focused on the music.
Balpetor is too busy like doing that beatbox with a flute. Cool. So once that, wraps up, basically they're gonna like, hey, we were gonna go get a drink down in the Noir, and Megan's like, guys, like, did you want to come? Or I think I'm gonna go with like them. Like, are you cool? Thank you so much for cheering me up.
Of course.
No problem, girl. Anytime.
Cool. So the beach party leaves with Megan.
Did we check off all the boxes? Did anything happen?
Nice.
The only one that you don't have. Oh wait, no, that was the last one. You guys got drunk. You ate a bunch of food. You made yourself the center of attention, and by making sure that everybody is enjoying, the party, you flip over the paper as you see like a soft glow, and a map has arrived. With at the top it says La Petite Vie, like the French word, not the letter.
Le petite what?
V.
V, ah.
Okay.
So, looks like a treasure map.
So do we find your brother first, or do we follow the map?
Oh, my brother! Right, we were supposed to something about my brother. Here, let's see. Do I see him? I'm gonna like scan the area and scan the skies as well, because I know he likes to fly around, show off his wings, stuff like that. So I'm gonna try to see if I can see my brother from where I am.
Do you have his message stone number?
Right, I recently got one of those of my own. Oh my god, I just realized. Well, of course, he's my brother. And yeah, I'm actually gonna do that. I'm gonna try to sending stone him.
Cool. So you sending stone him, and you hear he like is sort of out of breath. You hear like the clap of like his feet hitting cobblestone and the sounds of a crowd. And he's like, Stella, sorry, I'm busy right now. I'm at work. And then you hear pew, like the sound of a cantrip going off.
I say, yo, I got something for you. Someone wanted to give you something, but I'm not supposed to say. I don't know if I'm supposed to say what it is, but I need to find you.
So what? Are you drunk?
No.
Look, what is it? I don't have time. Ow! Ah! You hear another cantrip and a yelp of pain.
I'm going to I'm gonna just whisper, frog, the frog.
Stella, you need to. Boom! You hear like the sound of like a firm impact, and then like the sound of a sending stone skittering across the ground.
I don't think he's in
Do you know
trouble,
where he
but
works?
he's usually really good at fighting. Do I hear anything else from the sending stone?
Make a perception check.
Okay. Oh boy. Ooh, okay, that's a good one. 21.
Ooh, you hear like whap. All right, you're coming with us. We're gonna get this egg one way or another. And then like the sound of feet scraping across concrete.
Yeah, it looks like some people want, and I'm gonna kind of mute the sending stone kind of. I'm gonna mute it from my end. I'm just gonna cover it, and I'm gonna say, yeah, I think he's in some kind of trouble. Apparently some other people want it. He didn't tell me what to do, but there's cobblestones. Yeah, Stella's kind of like, she was very drunk and she was kind of enjoying it, but now she's like, the hell is going on here? Yeah. She changed moods like immediately.
Anybody can roll a history check for just like thinking about Nicomoy and places where like there's a lot of cobblestones. Feel free to do this at advantage because you live here.
Okay. That's gonna be a 15 for me.
19 for me.
I got another natural 20.
Ooh, Balpetor, you're like cobblestones? What is currently called the Noir. You're like, it's gotta be that. There's cobblestones everywhere there.
All right, guys. Last time I remember, cobblestones are in Noir. Maybe we should head there.
Yeah, like, let's go. But, like, I'm kind of... He's a lot stronger than I am. So whatever, like... Oh, well, yeah, let's go there. Let's just be on your guard. Might be really, really dangerous.
Have no fear, Stella. Zing! I pull out my sword and shield. We'll go rescue your brother.
Never thought I'd have to do this.
Dope. With Balpetor's gleaming sword guiding the way, you guys run off to the Noir district. Give me investigation checks. Or if anyone has any specific action they'd like to take to track down Sterling, feel free.
Can I use, like, insight? Because, like, he's my brother, and I feel like I'd have an idea of where he is, especially because he's my twin. Could I try to use insight?
Yeah, but I'm going to raise the DC to enable, like, twin psychic powers.
Okay. Yeah, they're not as strong as they used to be. That's gonna be a 13 for me.
Okay, so you're like, my brother, he was running, like, probably someplace a little bit shady. Yeah, you don't know for sure, but I'll say you narrow it down a little bit. Okay. I'll lower the DC for another person.
I'm going to use survival. Mm-hmm. I'm going to try to see if I can find any signs of passage and tracking. I have a +9 and I rolled a 17, so 28 or 26.
Beautiful. With like above a 25, I'll say even down to like smelling Stella and being like, okay, well, it's her brother, so she probably smells similar to it. Like, you manage to track down, and again, this whole part of the town is like filtered black and white. You see it's less like raucous. There's still people in the streets, but the crowds are a little bit thinner. There's more like businesses that are open, small cafes and things like that, flower shops selling, black and white flowers. And it's like very somber and sort of like a cool feeling. But you find his sending stone basically kicked into the gutter. Not far, you would notice with your survival, from La Petite Vie.
Oh, interesting. All right, so apparently the map and this place go together. Okay. Should we go in?
Yeah, I guess. And yes, Stella's a very different person than when you first saw her. Like her eyes, which were like dragon's blue, are like were bright, but now they're like dull, kind of like a stormy ocean.
Oh no.
She's just like focused.
You see like shoe scuff marks, like someone was dragged with like Simmons 26 survival. And it all lines up. You see that there's a small crowd in front of the door, which is little more than a staircase descending. There's a small, like, it almost looks like a neon sign, but done with like illusionary magic that says La Petite Vie in like a cool yellow light above it. And a very tough looking centaur doorman with like a clipboard is standing at the front. I'll say with you guys have pretty good passive perceptions. He is basically going like, you got your flyer? And the guy at the front's like, well, no, but I like heard this, get out of here, flyer only. And seems to be turning away people who don't have a flyer.
I'm just gonna take the flyer and I'm just gonna march up to him and show it to him, just like without saying anything.
He nods towards like the staircase and unclips a velvet rope.
And I just march in there.
Cool. So, the sounds of like a driving, thumping, dirty jazz bass drum, like hits your ears first. Then the smell of alcohol, tobacco, and many other scents. This seems to be like a very intense, like club vibe. As you enter in, you see that these are elaborately dressed people. The waiters and waitresses going around to the various tables are all wearing these like almost like costume ram's horns. You see that as like the staircases go down to the club proper, it sort of snakes off into different pathways where you see, couples or small throngs of people going in and out into like side rooms. But eventually the main hall opens into a very, very large basement room. A long dark wood bar runs across the left side. A stage is opposite to where you entered. On it, there's an all-goblin jazz band just like pumping out music. The dance floor in front of it seems to be enchanted with some sort of levitation magic as couples are like spinning, throwing them up in the air and like gliding like 6 feet up and then coming back down. People are playing cards in the corner. People are getting absolutely hammered in here. But what is most striking to you is behind the bar, there is a portrait of all of the Fire-Breathing Kittens Guild members.
Oh, interesting. Do I see us on there too?
Yes.
It's just like, hey guys, there's like all of our pictures up here.
Yeah, it's one like almost class photo of all past and current members.
I see crud.
So you have arrived in La Petite Vie. Feel free, make checks of your choosing to try to figure out if or where Sterling is.
So Stella, does Sterling kind of look like you? Just the male version?
Yeah. In a way, like he usually looks like a male version of me, but without like these big horns. Because she has two sets of horns. One are like long and curving backward, and the other one is just like small and spiky. He just has these ones. He has the same eyes and hair and stuff as me, but it's like obviously short. And he has big wings. But he sometimes he looks like a silver dragonborn. Oh, he doesn't have a tail. I have the tail. She kind of like laughs.
So that's gotta be hard to miss.
Yeah.
And are there a lot of people in this room?
It is packed with people.
Oof. All right, maybe we should start asking around.
Yeah, I'll ask people like, just like, hey, have you seen someone who looks like me but with like big wings, or a silver dragon guy?
Cool. So give me some, I guess, investigation or persuasion.
Persuasion. Do I still have the +1 bonus or?
Well, it was +1 to your charisma, so if it bumped you up to the next even number, you would get a +1.
Oh, I see.
But if it's odd, no.
Oh, okay. I got a 14.
Balpetor, were you rolling anything?
Oh. I got a natural one.
Oh my god.
Yeah. It's too loud.
And Simmond?
14.
Cool. So you guys are asking around, and people seem either to be having too much fun or too drunk, or just you don't get much of a response. But Balpetor, this is the wrong person, but you see a dark elf who's like, well, those eyes look like Stella's.
Stella, I found him.
What? Where?
Come here. I think he's right here. Right in the middle of the dance floor, or where we're at.
Like, I look and I immediately don't see him. Just like, no, that's not him. He has white skin.
Give me a perception. So this
10.
yeah, that's not him, but this middle-aged dark elf is sitting at a table with like an older, like chubby dwarf in a pinstripe suit, and like another two people who are all dressed very like fancy and important, and you see like they have kind of a different vibe than the rest of the people here. But yeah, you're just like, that's not my brother.
Yeah. Just like, yeah, he's a lot taller. Like, my brother's taller than I am. He's like 6'5" usually. Not sometimes like 8 feet tall in his other form. Yeah, he's really tall. Oh yeah, and you can't miss the wings. But these guys look a bit different from the rest of them. Everyone's having too much fun here, and they don't look like they are. So let's see what they're up to. She's kind of like suspicious, eyes kind of narrowed.
Cool. Simmond, would you like to take an action before I follow up?
Not yet.
Okay.
I'm just observing for now.
So, Stella, how do you observe these people?
I'm gonna just like throw my cloak off my shoulder a little bit. I'm gonna saunter up to them and say, "Guys, here for business or pleasure?" Kind of like leaning on the table, just looking into each of their eyes.
Roll a persuasion check as you like approach the table and like you're saying this as you're sauntering.
God.
What'd you get? Bad?
Yeah, a 2. That's 11.
So, the people at the table don't look up. You see the dark elf for like a second looks up and then like narrows his eyes, looks back down, and a like very like tough like MMA looking human in like a nice tailored suit kind of like puts his hand up and physically like blocks your line of view from the table and goes like, "I'm sorry, there's a very important meeting in progress and Don Safiosi does not have time for pleasure. So unless this is business."
I'm going to I'm just gonna like pull out a handful of gold coins. Let's just say like 50 and said, "We can make it business."
He kind of like puts his hand out low, like, "Give me the gold."
I give him the 50 gold. Yeah,
Go get a
my
drink.
friends here have something to say as well. Are you with me?
Yeah.
Go ahead, get a drink. We'll call you over when this is done. Do I got a name to introduce you by?
Just Stella.
Cool. Quick perception checks from Balpetor and Stella. And Simmond, are you watching this interaction or are you observing like, okay, then go ahead and perception as well.
11.
9.
15.
Oh, wait. I get an advantage with my... Okay, yeah, I'm going to stay to 11.
Cool. So with a 15, you see when Stella says her name, the dark elf seems very tense.
I tell Stella this.
I kind of like tilt my head and look down my nose at him. He does, doesn't he? Oh well. Let's see what business he's up to. I kind of like whisper that part into Simmond's ear.
Okay.
Cool. So you guys go up to the bar. Is there any specific drink you like or?
Dragon's blood.
I'll take water.
Balpetor is hydrating. So I believe a dragon's blood was, what was it? Mead, cinnamon mead, sour cherry syrup, and something else. But a delicious looking red, big mug of something comes out. Simmond, did you want to order anything?
I'm sticking to water for now.
Cool.
Actually, I'm drinking anything here.
And I'm actually gonna get one more, an extra one. Actually, I'm gonna tell them to send it to the dark elf.
You see the bartender, who is like a young satyr girl with a little tag that says Tiffany, goes, "Oh, Don Safiosi's table? I think they can pay for their own drinks, but okay."
It's just out of courtesy,
Cool. Takes the money. Drinks are very reasonably priced, which might, like, in stark contrast to how, like, secret this club is, like, it definitely explains why people are so hammered.
Yeah.
While I get the water from the bartender, I guess, can I ask who this Don Safiosi is?
Oh, yeah, he's, like, the biggest mob boss in Nicomoy.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I heard of Don Ravioli, but not Don Safiosi.
Oh, do you mean Don Ravioli?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, well, I mean, he's in the back right now getting ready for his performance.
What? Okay. I'm a little excited for that. But okay. Thank you for the info. And I slip him, like, 1 gold.
Yeah. Cool. She, like, takes it and is like, "Thanks. It's gonna be in a few minutes, so you won't have to wait long."
Yes!
Cool. So, time passes.
Well, I want to talk to like the rest of my to my friends and say, so like, do you think that these things have anything to do with each other, the mob, and like the thing? I'm gonna be like kind of cryptid and just like wink at them.
I don't see any evidence that these two that they connect to each other. Then again, I'm kind of slow at these kind of things. Just let me know who to punch.
Oh, Balpetor.
I feel you.
Yeah, just like I have a feeling that some things, yeah, I have a feeling that they might be related. I'm gonna look again at the table. Do I recognize anyone there?
Give me a history or perception.
I'll say perception. That would be an 18.
You don't. Well, okay. You think you might have seen one of the guards around the table, around your house one time. You're like, that person looks vaguely familiar, but not enough, like, he doesn't have, like, a scar or anything. But, like, you're like, that one looks familiar. And then this dark elf, you catch a look right in his eyes, and it just sticks. Those are your eyes. Did he steal your eyes? Is this... those are exactly your brother's eyes.
Yeah, except that ours are, like, dragon eyes, and I guess his would just be, like, blue eyes.
Yeah, the color, I'll say.
Yeah.
Not the, iris.
And would I recognize anyone?
Yeah, I'm just gonna, like, think for a second and say, like, I've seen one of those guys before. And yeah, something about that dark elf guy is just, like, it's rubbing me the wrong way. What were you saying, Balpetor?
Balps?
Do I recognize any of these people?
History or perception, same deal.
Okay, I'll make a perception with advantage. 16.
Yeah, well, not those guys, but a lot of people here look familiar. There's like this big blue beetle guy who, like, you've seen around the guild hall. You know, some people buy clothes from him. There's like this big orc guy with like a man and a woman on each arm. Who you're like, I think his picture was in a guild. The guy's name's like Clark, I think. And it's like you see a lot of people you've seen around the guild hall.
Man, a lot of people here are starting to look a little familiar, and it's kind of weird.
Yeah, now that you mention it, that's true. Yeah, I see, like, a lot of people that...
This is kind of weird now.
Yeah, so after a few minutes, as you guys are kind of looking around, like, oh, I think we did a job for that person. Like, this is funky. You see that bouncer, or the bodyguard that you gave the gold to, motions for you to come over.
Okay. I'm gonna, like, give the rest of the party, just, like, raise my eyebrows at them and just, like, all right, we're doing this. And gonna walk up there confidently.
Cool. So as you go to sit, you see this dark elf, like, almost in perfect unison, gets up to leave the table.
Hey, no, you stay. I bought a drink for you, all right?
Make a persuasion.
Ah, yes. Okay, that'll be a 28.
Yeah.
He goes, well, I'm never one to pass up a free drink. And he sits back down, but, like, is actively not making eye contact.
I'm gonna just, like, you know how, like, when someone's avoiding eye contact, you just kind of, like, look after them.
Yeah. You're trying to change the camera angle.
Yeah, I'm gonna say, looks like you've moved quite up in the world, the Safiosi gang. I'm gonna say that as if I know him.
That's very funny. You're a very funny girl. We have always been up. We do not even understand what the word down means. You see this cigar-chomping dwarf, like, pot-bellied, balding, looks shockingly like a dwarven godfather. It's kind of, gesturing with his cigar as he speaks. And who are you? Actually, no, I know you. I've seen you. In the pictures.
Yeah.
You're, Stella something. Stella Argonaut.
Argentine.
You see the dark elf finishes his drink and is like, well, about time for me to go. And he goes,
I am going
sit.
to... Oh, yeah. No,
yeah,
go
the
ahead.
Don is like, sit. There's not, it's not so often you get to enjoy the company of a beautiful young woman. Can you make an insight check? Everybody?
21. I got a natural 20.
10.
9.
He seems really grossed out and a little bit angry when the Dawn says that.
Who does?
The Dark Elf.
Okay.
He goes, yeah, you're great. He, like, sits down, like, is, kind of sitting deep in his chair.
I guess I'll pipe up and I'll look at the Dark Elf. I'll say, do you have a problem?
Make an intimidation, I guess.
Can I give him an advantage? Because I'm going to be like looking at him with I'm giving him an Ice Queen stare. This is Ice Queen Stella.
11 plus 5 is 16. So I got 16.
All right, I'm going to roll for this dude. He got a 4. He goes, no, I don't have a problem at all. I just have matters to attend to. And, I'm sure you're great, Stella. I knew you're... I gotta go.
Wait, no. Finish your sentence. You knew my,
I knew your mother...
Oh, you did?
About 20 years ago.
20 years ago? Oh, okay. I mean, that doesn't tell me much.
Sorry, I forget the aging scale.
It's more like, well, Stella's like elves reach maturity at 100. Like, I guess that would be their legal drinking age. Stella's like under that, but not too far under. She's in her 90s.
Yeah, and this is an elf. I knew your mother about 90 years ago, give or take.
90 years ago.
Yes, and I'm sure she's doing great. Don't mention that you saw me. Thank you.
Wait, hold on. You knew my mother, like... How do you know my mother?
Visible beads of sweat coming down his forehead. The Dawn is just like wide-eyed chomping his cigar like, ooh, like the Kermit the Frog meme.
I'm actually gonna cast suggestion on him. But I'm gonna spend 1 sorcery point to subtly cast it. I'm just gonna lean back, touch my wand and say, like, okay, so how exactly did you know my mother, and why are you here right now? What was the purpose of, the whole thingamajiggy? Like, actually, hold on. The part that I'm going to cast suggestion on is I'm going to say, I'm going to ask you a bunch of questions and you're going to need to answer them.
Could you read me the wording of suggestion real quick?
Wording of suggestion? Yes. Let me just pull it up. Suggestion 1. Second level spells. Yes. You suggest a course of activity limited to a sentence or two and magically influence a creature you can see within range that can hear and understand you. Creatures that can't be charmed are immune to this effect. Suggestion must be worded in a manner as to make the course of action sound reasonable. Asking the creature to stab itself, throw itself onto a sphere, immolate itself, or some other obviously harmful act ends the spell. Must make a wisdom saving throw. On a failed save, it pursues the course of action you described to the best of its ability. The suggested course of action can continue for the entire duration or in a shorter time. Yeah.
Cool. And what is your DC?
17.
Oh.
Wisdom save.
I knew your mother because we were dating, and we were also business partners. I'm here because I might have let Don Safiosi know about what your brother does for a living, and he found that very interesting, and is rewarding my time for the information. And Don goes, oh, Sterling's your brother.
Yeah, he is.
So, you guys are close, I take it?
We're twins.
So you know where the frog is? You see he's getting very serious. Simmond, did you go up to the table with them, or are you still across the packed bar?
I'm following along, but the frog is tucked out of sight under a wide collar on my leather armor.
I'm gonna pretend that he doesn't know what he's talking about. Gonna be like, frog? What frog?
Deception check.
Right.
And you see,
Deception.
like, there's still a party vibe here, but, ooh, the air is being sucked out of this area around the table.
I rolled a 1. It's a 10.
I'm going to give her guidance on this.
Okay, roll a D4.
You rolled a 1 on the dice?
13 total with the guidance.
Okay.
I rolled a 1 on the dice.
So,
this dice is going to jail.
Yeah, failing forward. So let me roll Don Sasviosi's insight. He got a 6. So I will say your check passed, but I'm going to punish you for the 1.
Okay.
So he goes, oh, okay, well then why don't you just go ahead and sit right here. We got your brother downstairs, and once we're done talking to him, maybe we can have you go in and convince him to tell us the information that we need.
Why don't I just go with you now? Like, save everyone some time. You've got lots of business transactions that you need to do, I'm sure. Yeah, why don't I just come with you? And she's just gonna look up at him.
So as he's like, yeah, I think that's a good idea, and he starts to get up from the table, all the lights cut out in the bar. And you hear a voice. Dearly beloved, we are gathered here today to celebrate this thing called life. This voice sounds like mildly familiar. And then, Arcanic Rune Life. And that means forever, and that's a mighty long time. But I'm here to tell you that here and now, we have a chance to revel. And then, boom, spotlight on the stage, and you see a one Tanninger Goodfellow. In full costume, makeup. He has an extra set of horns that he appears to have grown. His mustache is a big curl. And begins, like, doing a little dance number and singing a song. And with that, we're going to take our break here.
Oh.
Today we were joined by Simmond,
Okay.
Balpetor,
Oh my gosh, it's Tanager! Rocky, hurry, he needs to sign you.
and Stella.
Oh my god, it's Tanager performing on stage, but, like, they've got my brother. What do I do? Let's see.
But before we cut to our break, I'm going to solicit one of my friends here to read a review.
Yeah. So just in case you guys didn't know, if you put a review on our iTunes or any other way that you listen to us, we have to read it. So here's one now. This one is from JSCFLT093. Quite the mouthful. He says, or they say, my favorite podcast. I listen to the Fire Breathing Kittens every day on my commute. The players and the DMs do a great job of playing D&D the way it's meant to be played. The episode Adventure Capitalism cracks me up every time. I would love an episode with Willie, Jade, and Cecil. Keep him away from the elven logs. And Simmond the Raptor in buttless chaps holding a fishing net needs to be on a t-shirt. That is all.
I agree wholeheartedly. And if you would like your review to be read, just go ahead and post one up on your favorite podcasting platform, and we'll read it. And with that, bye.
Farewell.
Bye.
Bye.
Man, those rolls were wild.
We hope that you're enjoying this episode of the Fire Breathing Kittens podcast. Please leave us a review on iTunes.com. If you leave us a review, we'll read it on air. It's fun listening to the words of your review get read by the characters you know and love, so go to iTunes.com and leave us a review today. Can you think of someone who might enjoy this podcast? Please share it with them. Is their birthday coming up? A special anniversary? Would you like us to wish them a happy day on your behalf? You can arrange for us to read your shout-out on air at firebreathingkittenspodcast.com through our partnership with the website Buy Me a Coffee. Do you enjoy reading books? You can find paperbacks and ebooks based on our adventures on Amazon.com in the bookstore, Fire Breathing Kittens, that part's all one word, podcast. The authors do a great job of adapting the stories into fun novels. We also have official merchandise on Redbubble.com. Imagine owning a notepad with the Fire Breathing Kitten logo on the front, or a t-shirt with one of your favorite characters. And lastly, I'd like to take a moment to sincerely thank all of you. We don't pay to advertise this show, so the only way we can grow is through the support of listeners like you. Thank you.
And welcome back to Fire Breathing Kittens. I'm going to go ahead and roll a dice, and then one of our players is going to be kind enough to give us a quick recap on this fun festival day. So, what'd you guys roll?
I rolled an
18.
7.
9.
I rolled a 9, actually. So,
Ooh.
if you would, Stella.
Of course. Yeah, no problem. No problem at all. Thank you for
Stella's
this
day.
wonderful opportunity.
Of course.
Okay, so all right. So what happened last time on this part of Fire Breathing Kittens is we went to the Colors Festival in Nicomoy. Yeah, all three of us were at the Colors Festival. It was the night afterwards, when after all the paint has been thrown, after everything has been like mostly wrecked. It's the time when everything gets re-wrecked, I guess. When there's drinks, carnival games, food, and lots of dancing and crowds in various parts of the city, and we did all of it. And then we also helped a girl out who was sad about how a dirtbag treated her. But when all that happened, we this praying mantis guy was like kind of anxious, and Stella saw him, and he gave her a frog with an egg or a stone in it or something like this, and Simmond spoke to the frog, and before that there was like some carnival games, and Balpetor now has this giant raccoon that's a trash panda, and it throws stuff out for him, which is awesome. And Simmond helped him win a strength contest. Yeah, it was all around fun. Until the whole thing with the frog, where it was trying to deliver something to Stella's twin brother, Sterling. And when she tried to find him, she reached out to his sending stone info, and he was being beat up or something like that. And he was like working, but yeah, he was in some obvious trouble. So then the gang went to, the Fire Breathing Kittens gang, not the other gang, went to find him. And they went to this place. What was it called? La Petite Vie. Yeah, La Petite Vie, this bar. They let them in because we completed our card. And we ended up finding this business transaction between the Safiosi and really shady Drow, who has like a connection to Stella, a pretty obvious one. And then they learned that Sterling was in the basement, and they want to find the stone. But we're gonna try not to give it to them. And Tanger started performing, and when all the lights off, and that's where he left off.
Cool. So, players, you have a moment, basically a surprise round, as everyone is, distracted by this, if you would like to do anything. Otherwise, feel free to just wait out the performance and go down to the basement.
I'm not waiting it out. I'm going straight in. Just like, all right, I want to see my brother, like, right now. I'm just like, oh, God, Tanger's performing. Why? But then I just like, I'm going to go with this guy. You guys can watch the performance, but it would be good to have some backup, just in case.
I'll say, I gave my word to find your brother. As much as it hurts, I will go with you.
That makes two of us.
And then I'll just trail along with Stella.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Wonderful. I assume you designate you three?
Yes.
Cool. So you have plus 10 to stealth.
Okay. Oh, and I have a disadvantage on stealth because of my scale armor, so.
Ooh, that's good.
Does that make it?
Yeah, so...
Oh, okay.
I've got a -1 dexterity because I'm drunk.
Cool. So, spells cast, as you kind of urge the Dawn to get on with it, everyone is distracted by the performance, and you nestle your way around the side of the stage into yet another staircase going down, to where you see, you're led to a room in which, you see your brother Sterling, black eye, but not too bruised, and two thugs in the room, like, you're gonna tell us where the frog is! We're gonna get that frog! And he's like, I don't have the frog. My courier never brought it to me. And they keep hammering him with Circle of Truth, but he just keeps repeating the same thing. And you kind of like, you hear it from the hall, and then you get in the room on maybe the third go around. And you see Sterling, and he's like, Stella?
have in any of those rounds of truth, have they like hit him or anything like that?
Oh yeah, I mean he's a little beat up.
Yeah, she is mad. So she walks in just like, she's wearing heels, so it's like the click clack, and she just like crosses her arms, and I'm gonna just say to the thugs, like, stare at them, release him now.
Would anyone else like to do anything?
I guess I'll kind of unsheath my sword slowly, while I'm holding Rocky with my other hand.
I am going to attempt to fade into the background.
Cool. So roll me a stealth.
Okay. Why is this not... 27.
Beautiful. So, like, as everyone's kind of entering into the room, you just hang back long enough and then just stay out of sight, and then, slowly, like, the door's still, like, open, you can see into the room, but you are effectively, like, not in the scene, as it were. You have faded into the background.
Oh yes, and side note, I've activated my cloak of billowing, because I have a cloak that has 3 magical effects, and one of them is cloak of billowing, so it billows behind me impressively, and my hair also, like,
So, give me an
Y'all are
intimidation.
not taking the stealth approach.
Oh no. We mean, like, oh no, we didn't do the stealth approach, but oh yes, I got a good roll, because I got a 20, dirty 20.
Cool. So, they kind of, like, put their hands up and take a couple steps away from the table. The Don comes in and goes, "Look, we understand he's not giving up what he knows. Maybe you know something. Sit in the chair, answer a couple questions, and then you're free to go, you and your brother. Prove to us you don't know anything."
I'm just gonna, like, look at him a bit, like, down, like the guy who just spoke, down my nose a bit, and then I'm gonna go to Sterling and say, "Really, brother? Thugs from the mafia? I thought you were, like, you graduated, like, you were the top of your class. I thought you were stronger than this."
"I'm not working with them. They are trying to take an artifact that I don't have."
Yeah, didn't you already use Zone of Truth? Like, that's inescapable.
He's dodging questions. He won't tell us where the courier is.
Well, ask him direct questions.
So I believe the wording is, I don't know if you're compelled to answer.
You are not compelled to answer, but everything you say must be truthful.
Yeah. So he's saying things like, "I don't currently know where the courier is." And they're like, "Okay, but where is the courier supposed to come from?" Like, he's supposed to come from a location to the east. And they're just like, "Stop being cagey."
Oh. So you're saying he does know some stuff.
And he's not spilling. But he's gonna be spilling teeth if he keeps this up.
Oh, come now. That's just silly.
I'm gonna, like, go to him. How is he? Is he, like, bound?
No, he's just in a chair. Like, you imagine, like, well, give me an insight. But, like, your brother's a tough fighter, but there are 2 people in the room, that are probably capable in their own right. 13. Like, yeah, pretty much what I said. No greater insight. But, like, this is either going to be a rough fight or, like, your brother's choosing to be cagey in this moment.
I see. So, okay. I kind of, like, give him a look, just like, again. And then, even though this has never happened, that she's been the one to, like, kind of save him, she's gonna say, like, "Are these the guy, like, did they do that to you?"
And you see one of the thugs is like, "You gotta understand, ma'am. Like, it's business. I'm at work right now."
God, I feel like doing something stupid. I'm gonna, like, walk around to where they're at. I'm gonna get, like, a little line of sight where, can I get 3 of them in a cone? The 30-foot cone?
You would have to leave the room and shoot it into the room from the outside.
And, I'm not doing that. I'm not gonna get, no, I'm just gonna, like, take out my wand and, you should just be thankful that this room is small. Because, man, I would fill it with ice right now.
Balpetor?
I pulled out my decanter of endless water, and I'm just like, "Are we doing this? Are we gonna do this?"
Well, let's see what it is that they want, and then we'll see.
Okay.
All we want is the frog.
Why the frog exactly?
Because the frog has an egg inside of it, and that egg is very valuable to Mr. Tanninger. And
Wait. We found an egg earlier. Simmond reaches into his bag of holding. He has a decanter of endless water. He's going to use it to produce a small stream of water here. And he's going to use 3 uses of shape water. He is first going to create the shape of the egg that is hidden on his person. He is then going to change the color of the water using a second use of the cantrip. And then with the third use of the cantrip, he is going to freeze the water solid and produce an exact replica of that egg.
Ooh.
bravo.
And he's going to produce it and say, is this the egg you guys are looking for? We found it on the fairground. Like, it was on the ground. Some shady guy dropped it and ran off. And
Give me a deception at advantage, because you do have an egg that looks exactly like it's supposed to. And that lie is not too far from the truth.
the first one was better. Can I get my my guidance as well?
I'll allow it. I already did it once before.
All right, so 17 plus 3, non-natural 20.
Don Saviosi rolled a 2. So, yeah, a dirty 20. He goes, fell off a truck. I've taken worse. And now hand over the egg.
Well, sure. Yeah, here you go. He passes it over.
Is it supposed to be cold? And
Yeah, I thought it was funny too, but it hasn't melted or anything this far, so I don't know.
well, all right.
I mean, it's big. I thought maybe it was like an ice dragon's egg or something.
I don't know what kind of dragon egg it is, but Mr. Tanager, will pay handsomely for it. And seeing as he already owes us money, more of his money is just happy. I love this. I love when he gives me money. So thank you for the egg. And you see Sterling, Stella is confused. And I'm going to leave now. And then he motions for his thugs and throws the egg up in the air and goes, God, it's so cold.
Glad we could help, darling. Let us know if you need us.
Cool. And the water will melt eventually, correct?
In 1 hour.
Okay, cool. So you have an hour before but go ahead. Yeah, you are left in this small, looks like a storage closet, but big enough, to keep supplies on a table, like a janitor's office type deal.
Stella, I think this is yours. Gestures towards her brother.
Yeah, this does happen to be mine.
I'm guessing we should be leaving.
Probably. So, she's gonna... Yeah, I think that's a good idea. I don't really like this closet. It's kind of, dirty. Kind of, brushes some dirt off her cloak.
Sterling's okay, but where is... Do you have the frog? You said you had the frog.
Hush now. We need to leave first.
Okay.
Kind of, put a finger to my lips. And then I'm gonna say, yeah, we'll talk about this later, Sterling. We'll talk about it a lot.
Cool. So you see he's okay, let's get out of here. And as you go in the hall, you see Tanninger is coming down, just sort of wiping makeup off of his face. And Sterling looks at him and goes, hey, I think we're cool. And he goes, oh, well, thank you. Call you later, babe. And he goes, all right. And
Wait, Sterling, you know Tanninger?
yeah, I mean, he's the one who set up this whole beat me up, answer question thing.
Oh,
Yeah, I've been taking jobs for him lately. We can talk about it later.
okay.
Before we go, can I have Tanager sign Rocky, if that's all right?
So you go up and he's like, oh, Balpetor, lovely to formally meet you.
Hi. Yes, I'm Balpetor. I'm a new member, but I was wondering if you could sign Rocky, if that's all right.
Oh, darling, I know exactly who you are. I keep tabs on all the new recruits. I love this new little class you've got. You're doing so good.
Tess.
We're gonna get those Echo Blim.
Stella kind of perks up and says, "Oh, the Echo Blim, you know about them too? Oh, by the way, I'm Stella. Nice to formally meet you too, Tanager. Yeah, I've heard a lot about you."
Lovely to meet you as well. And he looks at Simmond and goes, Simmond?
Yes, we've met.
Yes, we've met. Yes, the Echo Blim is a problem that I find very personally disdainful. So I'm going to do my best to eradicate them, and that little amphibian is a key part of this whole operation. But it was going to give it to you all anyway, so just keep good care of it and keep being good little adventurers. I love you.
You got it.
Okay.
You too, Simmond. Here, and he goes shuffles through like a bag or like a nearby stage props and gives you all these little ornamental ram's horns, which once per day you can cast the jump spell on yourself, and you can also use them as a 1d6 bashing damage if you do a headbutt.
Okay.
He goes, there, go ahead, take those with you, and go get them.
All right. See you later. Exiting.
Cool. So he goes off.
Oh yeah, actually, but before he goes off, I'm gonna say, hey, Tanager, so you said that you got you're interested in Echoblim stuff. Do you collect the dust too? I could totally help you in that.
Why would no, that stuff is very dangerous.
Really? I
Oh,
didn't
yeah.
know that. I thought it just made you hallucinate pretty women.
What? No, I mean, a lot of things I do make me hallucinate pretty women. But
Redheads with golden eyes and wings.
He gives you-
I saw her a bunch of times. That's the only thing that I mean, I know they turn into zombies, but who cares? I don't.
You... Now, darling, I'm not one to give advice on what one should and shouldn't take into their body. But you have a choice to make if you keep looking for that red-headed woman. Things are going to get real dangerous for you real quick. And the echo...
You mean she's real? I thought she was just a dream.
No, 100%.
Stella's just her eyes go wide, her pupils just dilate. It's just she's real. Guys, she's real.
Oh, you're just going to go for it, huh?
Well, yeah.
Well, darling, I give you my boon. And he, gives you a little kiss on the palm.
Okay.
Cool. Now go before something happens. Oh, and he signs Rocky, of course.
Yay!
He goes, but stay away from May.
May? Oh, yeah, May. Okay. I'm just gonna after I'm gonna wink and then I'm gonna go scurry off to the other members of the Fire Breathing Kittens and just be like, Tanager, right?
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Cool. So you guys make it outside. Is there a specific location you'd like to go, or just a block away from the club?
I'm gonna say we run until we get to the guild hall.
Cool.
Okay. I'm gonna follow Simmond because he's he knows what he's doing.
I pick up Rocky and follow.
Mm-hmm. Yes, run from the mob. Absolutely.
So you guys dip off and make it back to the guild hall in good time. You have a moment in safety and comfort of your own four walls to speak openly with Sterling.
Okay. So, Sterling, what can you tell us about this frog and the egg and everything?
Okay, so have you ever had mosquitoes?
Eaten them? No.
No, just been around them.
Sure.
I've been around
There's
them,
a-
but they don't bite me. You know that.
Balpetor, do you have any personal experience with mosquitoes?
No comment. He's just like,
There's another bug called a mosquito hawk that preys on these bloodsuckers. We believe that the dragon inside of this egg, if we can hatch it, will prey upon the Echoblim, and by releasing this into our world, keep the Echoblim out. Get a
There's a
cat to
dragon
deal
in
with a
there?
mice problem. I mean, according to we had to go to another world to get this, through one of my connections, and it was bad. I couldn't even stream it. But we have the egg now. We just have to find the right hatching ground, and then this should deal with the Echoblim once and for all. So
Can you tell me more about the Echoblim?
they're parasite, but for culture. They biologically cannot create. They just sort of have ideas fully formed from a young age, and that's sort of what they get. They enjoy entertainment, but in the attempt of replicate a song or a genre of music they like, can only mimic what others have done. Thus, they invade other worlds, taking the best and brightest of their culture, to turn into Ecoblim and entertain them and expand the hive mind, as it were. But they're never satiated.
Okay, and this dragon that could hatch from this egg could get rid of them.
I mean, if there was a giant dragon that will eat you, I would stay out of that realm. Hopefully it can procreate somehow. We could work on that. But the first step in because the holes have been poked. They can get in here now. We need a strong enough reason to force them to leave.
All right. Well, I'm really not sure about the historically, whenever we introduce an invasive species to try to get rid of another invasive species, it doesn't go well. But who was on the team for this? Was there an ecologist anywhere?
No, I just sort of got a guy to give me a portal to another realm, and I, was working with some guys there that could get me in touch with the dragon egg. I had to go back because there was a time limit on the portal. I trusted these guys to come and deliver it to me. There was a nice bunch of praying mantis guys. They revere these dragon eggs because, it keeps out Ecoblim. But, no ecologists on the team. It was a solo mission.
Okay. And you only got one of these eggs?
Well, like I said, I didn't actually get to go to the, place where the dragon eggs were. I just sort of talked to a guy, and he said he'd courier me one.
Yeah. But, I mean, you don't have any more. Simmond pulls out the egg.
No, I don't.
Okay. Simmond takes back his reservations about invasive species.
Well, he totally misunderstanding what you're saying is but hopefully it can breed with regular dragons and, make more of them.
Yeah, okay.
But
interspecies breeding produces sterile results, so okay.
He is Indiana Jones.
Stella kind of thinks about that and says, well, I've never tested it out.
Oh, Stella.
Oh, also Sterling, there was this weird dark elf guy who has eyes that look just like ours and hair that just looks like ours, and he knew our mom around the time that we were born. Hold on. I might have just met our father, and I'm frankly disappointed.
Yeah, he found me one of my streams and hit me up and was asking me about business, but yeah, I think he sold me out to the mob.
Oh my god. And
yeah.
Here it was okay, so some context for you guys, I never knew who my dad was, and I always assumed it was someone really dangerous and really I don't know, I made up all these stories about it must have been this adventurer who perished on an adventure that they had together or fell in love with the silver dragon. Because, the fire-breathing kittens are cool. I've told them that our mom's, silver dragon. But, yeah, I always thought it was one of those, but him?
I'm so sorry, Stella.
She kind of just, puts her head in her hands. Just, I'm not surprised that she hasn't told us anything, but...
Yeah, I'd kind of like to just put this behind us. But that being said, yeah, I gotta, I'm gonna go do research. I'll let you guys know later about any potential hatching grounds. But just make sure somebody keeps this egg safe for a while. And yeah, that would be great.
Yeah, and you stayed out of trouble, bro.
Look,
or beat them up, really beat them up.
We had it under control. I was just gonna convince them that I didn't know anything. I mean, Tanninger kind of helped me set it up, because he has connections to the mob. And then, once they beat me up a little bit and they were satisfied, they're not going to come back with me for more info. And then we keep the egg with the fire-breathing kittens and it'll be fine.
Do we still need the frog for anything?
No, but it's a good frog of holding, so,
Frog of holding.
All right, just checking. Yeah, he can stick around.
Cool. So you have a frog of holding.
Yeah. And I'm gonna just I'm just gonna hug Sterling as he goes out. I'm just gonna cling to him for a second and then just
he, Batman style was I was in control the whole time, but hugs you tight and gives you a little kiss on the cheek.
Oh.
That being said, you guys still have patrols to do.
Okay.
I forgot we had a job.
Oh, right. Like, we're adventurers and we get paid for stuff. Right. So, yeah, like, now that that's all cleared up and we have a frog of holding and this egg, what do you guys want to do?
Well, how do we go about completing our rounds? Or our patrols?
You kind of just gotta walk around for a while, you know? Just be out in the city for like 3 more hours until your shift ends. Make sure nothing crazy happens.
Simmond can do that, yeah.
All right, I'll go with you and I'll make it fun.
You always make things fun.
Ah, thanks. Thanks, bro. You've earned yourself the rank of bro, Simmond.
Okay, cool. I don't know how much of a bro personality Simmond has, but he'll take it.
Hey, you too, Balpetor. You're also like, yeah, those games are really fun.
He's definitely a bro.
Yay! I'm a Rocky.
I'm gonna fist bump him with my mage hand.
What should we name this frog?
Hermit?
Kermit? That's a nice name.
Oh no, I said Hermit without the K.
Oh, Hermit.
Without the K. Hermit.
Hey, Hermit, what do you think? DM's not here.
I think Hermit needs another bug before he can talk.
I can give him another bug. He can't actually speak unless I'm casting Speak with Animals. But as a druid, he can understand me and he can nod.
So he politely nods, like, yeah, bug, please.
Yep, gives him a bug. And we decided his name is Hermit if he agrees.
Your nods and gives like a cute little ribbit.
Hermit it is.
Cool. So, you guys take off heading around town. You see, like, you know, things are petering out. It's getting pretty late at night. There is less activity in the street. Go ahead, Stella.
Is Lenny still with us?
Yeah.
I just realized, just like, oh crap, wait, I have a halfling. Wait, where are you? Lenny.
You see he's trailing behind. He's pretty hammered by now. You could guess he was grabbing drinks. You know, every time you were asking for drinks, he was pounding one real quick. And then the whole exchange at the bar, or at the club, he was just at the bar, like, chatting with people and having drinks. So he's, like, behind, like, oh, hey, miss, what's up? You need a drink? 'Cause I'm cool. I mean, I'm cool
yes.
to do that.
Please do that for me. I definitely need one. Do you guys want a drink? He can make a lot of stuff.
I'm actually good this time.
Yeah, I'm good. Why is he still making us drinks?
He's making me a drink.
You pay him a proper wage, correct?
Yeah, he gets a cut of my earnings. Like, he's my assistant for when I'm at my other, like, side jobs. Like,
Okay.
you know, babysitting my sister. And oh yeah, also modeling. Yeah, he's my, like, personal assistant.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah.
Cool. So as you guys are chatting, can I just get around to perceptions real quick?
All right. I'm gonna take this one out of jail. For good reason. I got a 21.
Ooh.
12.
We're still going with the 14.
Cool. We'll focus on the 21, and you notice Stella, just out of the corner of your eye, like a human-sized bug flying high in the skyline.
I'm gonna, like, point it out to you guys, just like, hey, look! That's like a giant bug. Do you think that's one of those praying mantis guys?
Yeah, great idea. Can I use my eyes of eagle to look at the details as I zoom in on the person?
Ooh, I will totally allow it.
And what?
Give me a perception at advantage.
All right. 17 and a 4. Okay, so 17.
So with the 17, you, like, zoom in and you see it is a, like, very elegant looking moth person. You know, they're like fuzzy plumage around the neck, big disc-shaped black eyes, like 4 sets of insectoid wings fluttering behind it. And it seems like, not dressed, but it's like carapace. Makes it, like, look like it's almost in, like, formal attire.
How far is it?
It's flying high enough to be, like, you would have to be looking up from a rooftop, otherwise you generally wouldn't notice it. But, Stella's really good at perception when she's drunk, so she noticed this thing flying against the night sky.
Hey, that thing looks really suspicious. As patrol, should we check it out?
I think so. And she's gonna narrow her eyes and look at it. It's just like, okay, can she, like, I don't think she's ever seen, like, an Ekenblim besides, Maelorian. Like, the one that she's got a crush on, but she's not really an Ekenblim. Yeah, can she put it together?
Yeah.
Okay. Oh my god, I think that's an Ekenblim.
This is my first time seeing one.
I know, same here, kind of. But yeah, like, they do weird things to people. They convert them into being Ekenblim. I once rescued a guy, I think, from that, like, kid.
And I think I'm infected.
Yeah, you see that it is shedding dust, Balpetor. You with your eagle, like, a normal human eye couldn't tell from this, but your eagle vision, the wings are lightly dusting the town with some sort of sparkly matter.
Okay, we should rush in.
Yeah, and you see that, like, you're looking around, and the whole town is covered in sparkly colored powder.
Oh, jeez. What a mess.
I mean, it's color day. That's what people do.
Oh, this is bad. Yeah, like, that dust, when people die, they become zombies. Oh, you said that you were infected?
Yeah.
Here, how about I disinfect you? And then I'm gonna take out a rod. So this rod attracts the dust, and here, like, if I hold it near you, the dust's actually gonna come out of you. So how about I just disinfect you?
Really? Oh, please.
Okay, I'm gonna hold
So
the
you
rod
see,
out.
it's also coming out of the paint in the town.
Oh, heck no.
Oh boy. Oh, this is bad. Yeah, like, I think this is gonna be a lot more than just one person with the rod.
Oh, jeez.
I think it's gonna be a bigger job than that.
Do we have, like, an alarm system to alert the guild members? A bell?
I think generally it's going at the guild hall and yelling real loud. But I mean, yeah, you can go through formal channels, but I cannot.
Yes, yeah.
I can't. I physically cannot DM an entire guild worth of people. But you can talk to the guild master, Nulisag.
Like, how far away is this Ekenblim from us? Like, how high up in the sky?
I mean, Balpetor, you have eagle eyes, so you're able to, like, kind of track it, like, almost like a telescope or a spyglass. But like I said, it's not flying, like, super high up, but just high enough to stay undetected. And just seems to be kind of, like, lazily flying, like, to, like, the
Are
edge
we
of town.
able to jump over the buildings, like, ninja style, and, like, chase after the moth?
Well, you did get those horns that allow you to cast the jump spell on yourself.
right.
So if you want to jump up to the rooftops, feel free.
Oh,
Sure.
we all got those horns?
Doing?
Oh yeah, he gave everybody a
God.
set.
Now Stella has 3 sets of
jeez.
horns.
All right, we're on the rooftops, and we're just kind of jumping and tracking the moth guy.
Wee, this is fun. If it wasn't for a whole, like, zombie dust thing covering the entire town, I'd be just having a ball right now.
Yeah. Maybe another day we'll try this again.
Yeah.
So, yeah, we're chasing after the moth guy. I do have Aura of Alacrity, which basically gives everyone plus 10 walking speed. I don't know if that makes a difference, but yeah. So, yeah.
Nice.
But they have to be 5 feet from me, so we're just kind of like really close. We're just jumping straight towards the moth guy.
Cool.
DM,
Oh, go ahead.
would you say that the dust is a magical effect?
Would we call a potion a magical effect? We would. So yeah, I think so.
Okay, and the dust as a whole is a single magical effect.
Ooh, I smell what you're going for, and you're gonna have to be real clever. Let's hear.
I'm wondering if I can use dispel magic to rid the city of dust. If I target at least the dust that is around me, does that end the magical effect of the entire object.
I like where your head is at. Short answer, no. But we can work with this. We'll say that Dispel Magic will work for an area.
Okay, so the range of the spell, 120
Yeah.
feet. So not going to do a whole lot for a city.
Yes, but hear me out here. Airships exist, and you know this dust is a medium. Like, so if you can figure out a way to combine Dispel Magic into a dust, like, I will allow this to happen. But that's your puzzle. Meanwhile, the bug does see you, and as you're coming after it, what vibe are you giving off? Like aggressive or like curious?
Curious for me right now.
Mine's kind of like halt, kind of like a officer kind of vibe. Who goes there?
Okay, it will like hang high in the sky, but it will stop moving and look at you and go, "You're too late, kittens. Your festival and your festivities have been your undoing."
Well, yeah, because you put golden dust in the paint, and like gold is such a nice color, but I mean, there's so many other colors around here.
Yes, we Ecclebrim are beautiful. You could join us,
Can you tell us how to undo all this?
Why would I do that?
Because,
This is my whole plan.
well, if we're doomed, wouldn't it be better to just rub it off on our face and be like, you could undo this, but you can't.
Give me a persuasion check
Because I'm really good at
to
that.
see if you can make him.
11 plus 9, dirty 20.
Oof, okay. Oh, so you just expect me to tell you how to undo it? You think I would explain to you that using another dust is a medium? Hey, you could even use my own dust, use my own magic against me. Why don't you? I could undo it, but you couldn't because you're just, you're lesser beings. And you know what? I don't even want you to join the Ecclebrim anymore because you're clearly non-creatives.
Wait, hold that thought. And I'm going to like, how far away is this Ecclebrim from us currently?
It's like just out of jumping range. You'd have to like nail an athletics check.
Like how many feet exactly?
Oh, within spell range easily, but probably like 30 feet in the air-ish.
Oh.
Okay. I'm going to do something. I am going to jump to my range, and then when I'm at the top, I'm going to cast Binding Ice on it. I'm gonna just like, I'm going to like, just like these like shards of ice just come out, kind of. And I'm trying to trap it using Binding Ice.
Dope. Simmond, did you have a move?
I was going to assist by using a Thorny Vine cantrip. Allows me to reach out up to 30 feet and potentially drag this thing 10 feet closer to me.
Yeah. So, both of those effects can go off. I believe you have to roll a ranged attack, right? And then Stella, I just do it against a DC, right?
Con save, yeah. Con save DC 17.
Ooh, let's see how the Ecclebrim's feeling.
Don't think that it's con save, but
Yes, unfortunately it does pass its con save.
okay.
I'm sure I hit 18 plus whatever my attack plus. I think this is a 25.
Yeah, you're chilling. So go ahead and roll damage, and then it is moved down to the 20 feet mark. And then Balpetor, you can go ahead and take your move next.
Okay.
After Stella finishes up.
Yeah, hold on. I have to roll my damage. It's D8. I believe I only did it second level because I wanted the secondary effect of it. Oh, you can do that. I'll just roll my damage. You
Cool.
guys can do
So Balpetor, if you would.
I'm going to go ahead and use command spell, and I'm going to tell him to grovel so he can prone on the ground and end his turn.
And what is your DC?
17 plus 2 with one of my items. I forgot what it was called. So 19. Yeah.
Yeah, he fails hard.
Okay.
So he like stops moving his wings. What was your damage, Stella?
15, but halved is 7? Yeah, just 7 damage. Not
Cool.
much.
So 7 plus 6. So it takes like decent enough to drop a commoner twice over. Amount of damage. But when Balpetor, in full town guard mode is like grovel, it stops moving its wings, drops 20 feet, taking an additional 7 points of falling damage, and grovels on the rooftop before Balpetor.
Hey, you guys got something to tie him up with?
Oh, so much stuff.
Oh, I got rope too, right? It's
Yeah.
like it's like I went to the store and got like the quintessential adventures pack, and I almost forgot that I had it. I've got 50 feet of it.
Mm-hmm.
So, like, as you guys are discussing where you buy your rope from, this thing is just like, oh, I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to call you lesser beings. I'm a lesser being.
Oh, I'm starting to feel sorry.
Good, yes, thank you. I only deserve you looking down upon me. How long does this spell last?
The
One time,
command,
right?
you speak one word command to a creature within range, 60 feet.
What's the duration?
Oh, there it is. Oh, it's only one round.
So, I believe we did Stella, Simmond, and then Balpetor. So, Stella, you're next in initiative. Are you going to attempt to tie him up?
I'm really not good at that kind of stuff. So instead, I am going to cast another damaging spell with another effect called Psychic Lance. And it's like, I unleash a shimmering lance of psychic power from my forehead. So this is just like, I'm just like staring at him with those like ice cold dragon eyes and like, he has to make an intelligence saving throw, and I'll tell you what happens if it succeeds.
He does succeed, unfortunately.
Oh, okay. So he just takes half of 7d6 damage, which is, let's do.
Ooh, that's a good amount.
Yeah, I know. It's 3 and 27. Half of 27, which is 13 points of damage.
Cool.
But it would have been incapacitated him for like for a round.
Oof. Just keep him stun locked. But you're at 33 points of damage, so that's not a small amount total. Does that end your turn?
I am going to quicken. I'm going to quicken spell, summon Draconic Spirit. It's actually, never mind. I can't do that because it's 2-level spells. So never mind. It's the end of my turn.
Alrighty. Simmond, if you would.
So I'm going to attempt to tie him up. What ability am I going to use for this?
I'd take a survival.
Survival? Oh, good. That's
Yeah.
a +9.
Ooh.
25.
Ooh, baby. So even though this thing has like a non-standard anatomy, you manage to, truss up all the joints, keep its wings contained so it can't fly away, and you are very confident in, essentially you've set the DC it has to break, so that's going to be real tricky to do. But you feel confident in the fact that you have tied up this Echelblem.
Looks like we caught a bug. Good job, you guys.
Yeah.
Gonna high five.
Now, what do we do with it?
Well, he did tell us that if we had some sort of dust to counter his dust, that would work. Correct me if I'm wrong. I missed that part.
Well, we could also use his own dust, but
Yeah.
what I'm wondering, I have the spell Dispel Magic. We just need to somehow infuse his dust with that spell. And that's what I'm not exactly sure how to do.
I mean, I have this rod that siphons the dust out of things. Oh, actually, hold on. Let's see what happens if I bring the rod near him. And I think the trick with this rod was it's pure iron or something. I think that's what it was. I don't remember. This was a long time ago.
Most
And
likely
it's
it's
both
cold
player and
iron,
character.
which is... Yeah, it's probably cold iron, which is like a very pure form of iron.
Okay, I'm gonna hold it close to this Echelblem and see what happens.
You see just a steady stream of dust coming out, and this Echelblem seems to be wincing in pain.
Okay, well, the dust is coming out of him. What do you want to do with it, Simmond?
Well, that's what I'm not sure. Because honestly, I'm not sure I need the dust either. I could always use the spell Summon Lightning to create a thunderstorm and infuse that with a spell too and just rain away all of this. But again, we need to figure out a way to get a spell into a medium.
What does that exactly mean? Spell into the medium?
Just so the players know, there's no official rules for this. I'll take anything creative. But by turning into a medium, is you're trying to turn a spell into a physical object, or a clever way, to use a spell that might allow it to,
Oh, hold on, I have an idea. So remember how we made it snow earlier? Why don't we try to do that again, and then you can see that you can make a thunderstorm. I can make the snow. It can be like a physical thing that covers all the dust or like a significant amount of area. You think that could work?
We could. Do you think I could cast... Okay, yeah. So what if I take some water, I use my shape water on it, and then cast Dispel Magic, which should put that spell into that water. The water collapses, and then you catch it up with your spell and send it into the air.
Yeah, and I can make 60 feet worth of a 60-foot cone really, really cold. I can freeze it like crazy temperatures. Out of character, I'm talking about the spell Cone of Cold.
All right, so you do that. So wait, I'm going to do Shape Water and then create an orb of water, and I'll do the full 5 cubic feet, so we have plenty of water to work with.
And you guys both have decanters of endless water, right?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
And then I'm going to cast Dispel Magic on it. All right, use 1 4th level spot. Okay. And then get ready, because it's all going to collapse. And go.
Decanter of endless water!
Cone of Cold.
Cool.
All right.
So give me just an Arcana check from you, Simmond.
Okay.
Or actually nature, because you're a druid.
All right. Nature is a +4. 19.
That is good enough. You twist, your use of this spell. You've never tried to dispel magic and, create water at the same time, but you managed to hold those, eldritch tethers and, almost create a new purifying water spell. And then, Stella, you're old hat at this. You freeze that like nobody's business. And, you essentially have, large blocks of, ice that if you were to, dust over the town, would wash away the paint, and hopefully the not hopefully, it will dust the Echelblem dust away with it.
Okay. Flavor Town, what do you guys think? Wall of Wind or Thunderstorm?
You know that thing that I just did with the cold? My magic's really, really unstable right now, so I think I could make it thunder as well and just shatter it.
Ooh.
Go for it.
How many 5th level spell slots do I have though? That's the question. I believe I have 2. Yeah, I have just enough for this.
Awesome. So as you guys are on this rooftop, you boom, explode this block of ice, sending it flying. Simmond, you can help out with the wind if you want as well. And then as it naturally flows in with the weathering patterns of the town, you feel very confident. Every crack and crevasse of the town, might not be perfectly clean, but you are confident that at least 90% of the town, and Nicomoy is a big place, has been washed away of this Echelblem dust. And in this shower of snow and wind and might, as, the color of Color Day is being washed down into the sewers, and with it the threat of the Echelblem, we will end our session. We were joined today by...
Can we say that, Balpetor helped us jump even higher?
Yeah.
I just carried them.
Yeah, but I mean, if final thoughts, if you would like. But, yeah, Balpetor, you're doing, kicks and punches, pushing it out a little farther. With that...
And it looks like we have a prisoner,
Yeah.
right?
Oh yeah, you guys have also captured an Echolblim, so you can definitely bring it back to the guild hall where they have, not like a jail cell, but they have circles for holding things and stuff like that.
Yeah.
What's his name? Or her name? Or its name?
It is, not going to tell you, but, yeah, it's
Okay.
not happy to be taken prisoner, and when you're like, hey, what's your name? He's like, no, you are not worthy enough to release me.
Okay.
And with this struggling bug, we will end our session. We were joined by Balpetor,
Hey everyone, that was fun. Party!
Stella,
Oh my god, so much happened tonight, and I am so glad I'm not sober right now. But these guys are great.
and of
And kind of like arm hugs both of them, or tries to.
you give him a big hug. You see Lenny's eating a snow cone out of the ice in the back. And
Hey, you
Simmond.
joined too.
We really need to get an ecologist on this team.
Thanks, guys. See you next week.
Bye.
Farewell!
Do you like techno? The sound of the outrageous underground parties in Berlin? If the answer is yes, you definitely have to check the Coke Beats weekly music selections. Every Saturday, 6 p.m. UK time, on all streaming platforms. cookbeat.com. Enjoy.
¿Te gustan las historias eróticas en español?
Pues nosotros publicamos todas las semanas una nueva historia.
Escúchanos en cualquier plataforma de podcast.
También comparte con nosotros en nuestro propio grupo de Facebook.
Búscanos y comparte todas nuestras historias explícitas.
Somos Historias Eróticas, el podcast.